Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. There's how you spell Kathy's name and the website if you want it. Feel free to freeze frame if you need to. Supportive Oracle Cards, Chakra Wisdom Oracle Cards by Tori Hartman, illustrated by Gretchen Raish Baskin. There we go. There are some websites in the back here. ToriHartman.com, WatkinsPublishing.com, or .co.uk. .com is like down over here somewhere if you're interested. Okay. Aries. My first thought is like, should we talk about it? Should we talk about it? Okay. Should we talk? I keep getting should we talk about it? The thing with Aries is obviously if you want to call something out that's easily in your wheelhouse, it's not usually difficult for Aries to call something out. Not usually. And I'm noticing this Ten of Cups. Whoever this is, you seem to get along with them, or you feel like you do. The Knight of Swords came out. It fell out while I was shuffling. It fell out upside down. And you also got the Star card, which can talk about Aquarius energy sometimes. Which talks about starting a conversation and maybe just seeing what happens with it. Sometimes that's what Aquarians do. Not that you're an Aquarius, I know. But they just start conversations just to see where they go. That way, information that maybe isn't readily available just starts to show itself, and we start to get more information that we didn't know before. I think it's time where they're kind of like, no, we actually do need to talk. Whoever this person is, they're saying, the conversation hasn't started, but you can start it. You don't have to wait for them to say something, because I feel like something isn't quite right. Something's a little off balance. But it's kind of like, I feel like I'm holding back, like I'll let them tell me when they're ready to tell me. I feel like they're saying that might be part of the stress here. If you start the conversation, I feel like we can deal with something before it becomes a problem. Because the other person seems to be holding back. They don't understand you. Shock. How often do you come across that in life, where people just literally don't understand that if they're just honest with you, it's not that bad of a conversation. I feel like people miss that with Aries. They think, sometimes Aries gets this reputation for being a hothead, which is not always the case. If you come towards an Aries with honesty, they're usually quite easy to get along with, in my opinion. You just talk about them, you just talk on the level, you talk about the truth. You don't try to like make something look pretty that's not. Just tell the truth. Get to the truth. Just give them the direct truth. Conversations usually aren't hard with Aries, in my opinion. I resonate with Aries energy, though, so just to be fair. Maybe that's why. For me, it's just, I don't think it's difficult if you just come forward with the truth. You get right to the truth. You just tell them what's actually happening. They'll be just as honest with you. I don't know. I don't see it as a problem, but some people do. They're worried that you're going to end up having a big argument with them. And they're trying to figure out, like, can I just work around it? They want to work around it. I don't think this is the best idea. If you approach them and you start the conversation, they're going to be a little nervous, because I feel like there's something there that isn't right. And you seem to know. You got a little bit of stress here around you with the Knight of Swords. Kind of like, no, I'm not looking to start a fight with this person. All they have to do is be honest with me, and we're fine. I feel like you're kind of nervous, like, are they doing something they shouldn't? Because I'm not going to tolerate it. Start the conversation. Because I don't think this has to be a fight. They might be a little bit difficult to start with, but you'll immediately let them know, like, if you want to be difficult, I can be difficult. Like, if you want to do that, we can do that. I think they're worried also about the connection they have with you. Plus, like, they're worried about this conversation happening, it not really working out, and then it causing things to get bad between the two of you where you part ways. I don't think it's that bad, though. They're not really sure the conversation is going to go, it's going to be worth it. Kind of like, we're going to have this conversation, it's not going to lead to anything good, and then we might go our separate ways afterwards. They're really kind of like, they don't understand you, they don't know you well. For a lot of you, I do think this is a work situation. All you have to do is start the conversation, and they will come forward with what they need to happen, what they want to happen. They will come forward and they'll tell you, like, well, this is what I need to happen, and this is where I'm going with this. This is how this is going to go at some point for me. I don't see you having literally a problem with it. It's not about who's in control, because it's kind of like, you're looking at this like, if that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. That's fine. Just don't make me believe you're going to be here tomorrow when you're not going to be here. Just don't set me up like that. If you're telling me you're going to have to take next week off and there's just no way around it, just tell me it's going to happen, and I'll deal with it the best way I can. And I feel like they're going to tell you the truth. They realize that if they try to give you a line of crap, you're going to call it right out, and then you're really going to have problems. So they seem to know that already, that they can't give you a line of crap. Have you called them out? I don't really see like a history of problems with this person. I think it might be through other people. Other people might be pulling on their ears saying, oh, don't mess with the Aries, they'll tear you down. Maybe because they've lied to you, and you maybe tore them down for lying, but that's a whole nother story. Because I'm getting like, they just got to come forward and tell you. They're saying, start this conversation. Start this conversation. It goes better for you and them. Just start the conversation, because I feel like you kind of sense something isn't right. Might as well just deal with it. Aries is good for that too. Like, time to deal with it. It's time to deal with it. Let's go forward. Let's just deal with it. Let's just get that way. There's no other problems later, because they will persevere through this. They will do what they need to do to make it work. They need to get past this hanged person situation. Hanged one. They will. They'll get past it. Once it moves forward, I see like, once it moves forward, I get like they're going to start moving forward a lot more optimistically. I feel like you're going to agree to things, and when Aries agrees to something, they mean it. As long as the other person upholds their side, Aries will uphold their side. Like, that's how Aries is very honorable, in my opinion. You say you're going to do something, that's what's going to happen. That's how it is. I also feel like Aries doesn't give promises too often, especially if they know there's variables. So they'll be very reluctant to promise something, but they might be more like, you know what, as long as things play out the way I need them to, I will do my part. But, you know, if something changes, I just got to give you a heads up. Things happen. I want to do this. I'm going to do my best to do this. So I have every intention, but there's some variables here. I got this going on here. I got that going on here. If one of these things goes wonky, I have to step in and fix that first. As long as those go well, I have every intention to do this. I'm just keeping you on the truth level here. Like, if I have to do those things, then I have to do those things. Because I feel like Aries is kind of like, I'm not going to promise you anything. I'm just going to tell you I'm going to do my best. And as long as these things work out like they're supposed to, I will do what I said I'd do. Aries is very on the level. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's like, you know, you have to be here tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, well, as long as I have somebody to take my kid to school and somebody can watch my kid, I will be here. But if for some reason I'm the only one there that can do this stuff, my kid takes precedence, so I will do what my kid needs before I do what you need. Like, I feel like, if that makes sense, I think that makes sense. That's what I feel like. Aries is very forthcoming. Like, unless something that's more important to me precedes it, I will definitely be here. But, you know, I have responsibilities too. I'll do my best to be here. I have every intention of being here. But I'm going to tell you this, that, and the other thing. There's more coming in. I do see, like, you know, you can't go forward to the better part of this situation until this is dealt with. It does seem to be, this situation does seem to be holding something back, this conversation does need to be happening so that we can go forward to a better situation. It's kind of like believing it's good. This is the challenge card. Believing everything is great, but it doesn't really become great until we deal with it. It won't become the next level of great until we deal with it. We gotta get past this card, deal with the conversation, then it really is good. Then the truth of the matter comes forward. We're lacking the truth until this conversation happens. Is there anything else with this? I feel like this isn't really that bad. I just feel like it's like the elephant in the room that nobody's talking about, you know? They don't want to approach you. They think it's going to be a big argument. It's really not. So that way, if you just start the conversation going, they tell you what they need to tell you, and they're the ones kind of pulling the shots with what they want it to happen. They just got to tell you. You start the ball rolling, they show you what they're going to do with the ball. Everything is cool. Everything's going to be fine, but we can't get to that moment unless we get past this card, which is saying, this is not going to really shape up the way it's supposed to until we have this conversation. And it's better for you and them. I think I just reiterated the same thing. So I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.